Hello everyone, FoxTheFilmer here. Today I will be sharing the Gospel of Luke. Specifically, I will be sharing about the section of Love Your Enemies. Luke chapter 6 verse 27 to 36. Luke chapter 6 verse 27. But to you who are listening, I say, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you. What this verse is saying is that you must love all your enemies and do good to those who hate you. The ones who do not understand love will think it in a wicked way. Some way they will think it as is being gay or disgusting if a person shows love to their enemy. What this verse is saying by love your enemies is that you must love your enemies like they are your family members. What this verse is saying by do good to those who hate you is that you must do good things to those who dislike you and your actions. There is a saying that when you are doing something good, then people will hate you and what you're doing. Luke chapter 6 verse 28. Bless those who curse you, pray for those who mistreat you. When someone uses God's name in vain or says curse you, you must say to them, God bless you and may the Lord have mercy on your soul. Do not curse the one who curses you, because that is a wicked deed. Pray for the ones who mistreat you. Pray for someone you know, like a family member or a friend who is mistreating you. Pray to God and ask God to give mercy onto that person you're praying for, that God will help them to stop mistreating someone. Luke chapter 6 verse 29. If someone takes your coat, do not withhold your shirt from them. What this verse is saying is, if someone takes something without asking, then just let them take it and do not demand it back, because whatever they do that is wrong, God records it and God will decide when the thief will get the bad karma he or she deserves if he or she doesn't stop and think about his or her actions. Here is some advice on what you must do when someone steals from you. Say to them, God bless you and may the Lord have mercy on your soul. When you say this to the one who stole from you, then you're basically asking God to take care of the thief, while God shows mercy onto the thief by using someone to stop the thief from doing wicked deeds. Luke chapter 6 verse 30. Give to everyone who asks you, and if anyone takes what belongs to you, do not demand it back. Give to everyone who asks you for something, whether it is a disabled person or a non-disabled person. If you do not have anything to give to them, then pray for them that God will bless them. If you ignore the person, then you're ignoring Jesus, because Jesus tests you through the poor. If the one who asks something from you and they are lying to you, then do not be angry at them. Instead say, God bless you and may the Lord have mercy on your soul. Luke chapter 6 verse 31. Do to others as you would have them do to you. What this verse is saying is that you must treat others how you want to be treated. It may take time for them to treat you how you want them to treat you, because they are learning that you want them to treat you how you are treating them. Luke chapter 6 verse 32. If you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? Even sinners love those who love them. What this verse is talking about is that if you love someone who loves you, do you find credit in that? Luke chapter 6 verse 33. And if you do good to those who are good to you, what credit is that to you? Even sinners do that. What this verse is saying is that if you treat someone good and do good things for them, and they do it back, then what are the credits in that you find? Luke chapter 6 verse 34. And if you lend to those from whom you expect repayment, what credit is that to you? Even sinners lend to sinners. What this verse is saying is that if you lend to those you expect something back, then what is the credit that you find in that? That when you expect something back after you gave them something. Luke chapter 6 verse 35. But love your enemies, do good to them, and lend to them without expecting to get anything back. Then your reward will be great and you will be children of the Most High, because He is kind to the ungrateful and wicked. This verse is basically a conclusion of the part of love for enemies. It contains a summary of verse 27 to 34. Luke chapter 6 verse 36. Be merciful just as your Father is merciful. What this verse is saying is that you must be helpful to others just as God is helpful to everyone. That will be all for this week's Gospel. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned something from this, and if I did a mistake on the video, then just correct me by adding the minute and the second and tell me what I did wrong, because I want to improve myself in spreading the gospel of God. Goodbye and God bless you all.